Hey cuties! So today I am going to be doing a story time, kind of just like a sit down talk through video about some surgery complications I had. I know a lot of you guys are sick of me talking about plastic surgery. I don't talk about it in every video. I definitely wouldn't make my channel all about that, but because I have talked about it and I am open, I can't speak. I'm doing a speaking video and I'm like, hello. Because I'm open about my surgeries, if something does go wrong, then I want to speak on it and tell you guys about it, because I think people just glamorize plastic surgery a lot and like, look at how beautiful it is, but they don't show. I'm not saying everyone, there's a lot of people that do show, but a lot of the times they don't show if there's complications or pain or blood or anything like that's negative about it. I feel like people just like either just get the surgery and be like hee hee hee, or they just show the good results instead of the potentially bad results. That's why I've shown like my recovery. So stitches being removed, drainages, the pain, massages on my vlog channel. I've shown a lot of that and documented that, just because it's not all fun and games. And I think a lot of people get really sucked up in plastic surgery, and I have been wanting plastic surgery since I was like 15 years old. So I'm not personally letting like media or YouTube or other people influence it. I have just always had this love of plastic surgery. That is just me. That's always how I've been. I love that. Like, I love the fake look. That's just what I like. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a wig today. If it looks disgusting, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to wear a wig today and I think it looks really cute. Basically, I had a BBL 5 years ago, I don't even know now, a while back. Then I wanted a second one to give myself a little more shape and a little bit more of a booty, because I didn't have that much fat that I wanted to put in my butt the first time. So I had that about when I had it in October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 9 months ago. Oh my God, I could have had a baby in that time, 9 months. Instead I had a BBL. This is my life, you know? I could have had a baby and instead I had a BBL. Anyway, so I had my second BBL in October and everything went okay. I don't want you guys to just see somebody and how they look and be like, oh, I want that too, because it literally could end your life, getting a BBL. And that's not even being dramatic. People have died. You could research it, search it up. People literally have lost their lives just for getting BBLs. Other surgeries as well, tummy tucks, nose jobs, you're all going under anesthesia. There are risks and complication with any surgery. So basically, I had a complication with my second BBL. I didn't know what it was at the starting. I didn't know if it was serious. I didn't know if it was nothing. So I'm just gonna go and share my story to you guys right now. And I just want to say that it has nothing to do with the surgeon, because everyone knows I went to Real Doctor 6 in Toronto and I love him so much, and his team is so amazing. So this has nothing to do with him. Like, he did nothing to cause this complication for me. It was just my body. So what happened was I was recovering, did all the recovery right, and when did I actually notice it? So I'd say when I was like healed, or when my fat settled, because the fat your butt's like this when you first get it, and then it has to go down and settle and become like your fat, and it has to attach to blood vessels and become your working fat. You could put a bunch of fat in there, but that fat has to survive. Anyway, so I'm getting like really off track. January, February-ish, around that time, it was the beginning of the year, I noticed when I would feel my butt, like with my hands, when I would feel it on my right butt cheek, I felt a lump. And it was like right at the back. So, oh my God, I can't really show, but like right here, I felt a lump. And this lump wasn't some small little thing. It was a quite big lump. And when you would feel it, you would feel this like golf ball size and shape and feeling lump in there, and it was scary to feel that. And when I would sit down, I wouldn't feel it, but when I would sit in the bathtub, because it's, you know, porcelain, it's hard, when I would sit, it was really uncomfortable because I was literally sitting on this lump. So I would kind of have to sit off to the side, and my other butt cheek didn't have that at all. It was on this one, and it was quite big. And it wouldn't hurt. Also, I would press on it and I would just see like how big it was, and I'd press and feel, and Dalton would also feel it and be like, yeah, like you really need to go get that checked, because who knows what that is. And who knows even if it's associated with the surgery, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just its own thing. But I mean, I just had surgery a few months prior, and then all of a sudden I get a lump. What is going on? I took the steps to figure out what it was, because with my body, I don't play. And also I'm so thankful is the right word, that I live in Canada, because we do have free healthcare. I can go to the doctor and then just walk out. I can go get all these things that I had done were 100% free. I know there's a lot of debates on that. Is it free because you paid in taxes? But I'm just really thankful for it, because if I lived in the States and had to go through all these like ultrasounds and stuff, it would have cost me a lot of money. For what? Like for plastic surgery? So that's why I want to come on and share this. My very first step I took was emailing my plastic surgeon and just asking them if they know what it is, if they have any suggestions, like what could this be? Have they seen anything like this before? Is there anything I could do? And they said send pictures of it, and I told them like I can't, because you can't see it. Like if you looked at my bare butt a few months ago or even in January, you would not see it. Like even through leggings, my bare butt at all, like you, in any way I would move, you would not see this lump. It was literally internal in there. So they were like, send a picture anyway, which I thought was like, what? Like I told you, like you can't see anything. So I sent a picture and they were like, we don't see it. Can you circle the area? And that's the only thing that was a little frustrating. I was like, you can't see it. Like, I don't know, there's no like circling an area, you can't see it. So then I just explained to them like what it felt like and everything. And they said that there's nothing really they could do because they can't do an exam, which is understandable, right? They can't just like guess or know without doing a visual or feeling it or anything like that. So they just told me to go to my family doctor and have them looked at it. And that is what I did. So fast forward, I went and talked to my doctor. Oh God, okay, I'm nervous. I have no idea what to expect. I've been contemplating canceling it, which is dumb because I'm like trying to avoid it, but it's like there and prevalent. I can't just avoid it, I need to go get it done. So let's go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. So first of all, she did a visual inspection. She goes, yeah, it doesn't look like anything. And when she put her hand, as soon as she put her hand on my butt, she was like, oh, okay, because I said I might have to like show you where it is, I might have to get you to feel, or like I might have to like put my hand there, right, because I know where it is, and I didn't have to do that. She found it right away as soon as she pressed, and she was like, whoa, and she said, quote, well, that's a golf ball size lump. And I'm like, I was like scared, because when I'm laying down, you can't really feel it, but when I'm standing, you can. So, and there's like my friends, I've been like, feel my butt, like, what is this? Like, feel it. It's not funny, actually, but I'm trying to make a lighthearted of it. Cool. A side note, do you care about this video? I just hope I'm not doing videos that people don't want to know, but I just feel like this is important if it is a complication to come and be honest with you guys, because I have shown the good, so why not show when there's a complication, right? She said, I would like to see what's going on inside of your butt, because there's only so much I can do in feeling. So she ordered an ultrasound for me. Okay, hey guys. Right now it is 9 a.m. on March 7th. I'm going to the gym and then I have my ultrasound appointment. I went to the doctor. I just want to know what it is, and from feeling it, she said it could be a number of things. And I was like, oh great. And she wants to see what it is instead of like guessing and just feeling around. So that's why I am getting an ultrasound, and I actually got in quickly because there was a cancellation for today. So I was like, okay, like let's go in. So I'll bring you guys along for that. She said there could be a possibility of fat necrosis. Now, as soon as she said it to me, I was like, and she went, oh, you know what that is? Because of course I know what that is. I was studying to become a mortician. I didn't get that far to become an actual mortician. I was in the training phases for it, but of course I know what that is. Necrosis means dead, dying. So fat, dying, and I'm like it didn't really make sense to me, because like if if I have fat somewhere dying, it's just gonna go away. And she says before the ultrasound comes back, what she maybe thinks it is my fat cells died in a specific area, and then there's scar tissue around that area, and that's what we're feeling. That's what she's hoping, because that can go away on its own, but still we don't know what it is. I asked her if it could be cancer. I just like asked because there's like a lump in my body. She said, I mean, like I don't want to rule anything out until the ultrasound comes back, but it is highly unlikely in the area. And she says I can feel that it is near the surface and I can like get a good feel of it. She goes, so it is just like unlikely, but I don't want to rule anything out. So we're just gonna go get this ultrasound done today. Come along with me. So that is what I went and had done, and I was actually so nervous for the ultrasound, because I know ultrasound, like, because I can talk to my doctor and say like, what do you think it is, or like, because I know my doctor for years and years and years, and she's been through so much with me, so I can like kind of talk with her and get like her vibe, you know what I mean? But with an ultrasound, they can see what they're seeing on there, and they probably know what they're seeing, but they can't legally tell you because it has to go to your doctor, and then your doctor phones you. So that's what it was just like, oh my god, so stressful. So I had the ultrasound. It was actually nice and quick. They were so nice there. So you guys see it says firm lump, golf ball size, and right buttock over 1 month. Like, I've noticed it over a month. Plastic surgery procedure in October of 2018. Fat from abdomen injected into buttocks. Question, post-traumatic from that surgery or fat necrosis or other? I'm here. Hold on, she found something right away, and I know you can't ask them, do you see anything or anything, but it took like 2 minutes, and then she said to me, I think I found the culprit, so it'll go to your doctor. And I'm like, okay, so that's a good thing, is that she can see something in there. I just wish I would have been able to see. I want to see.
Okay, girl,
okay.
You're good to go.
Awesome.
I'll have that report to your doctor in a few days, okay?
Okay,
Right.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
So they just ultrasound the area. So if you don't know what an ultrasound is, it's basically like a camera, and they press that camera. Very, very common when you have pregnancy, and they like push a little camera on there to see what they can see inside, seeing if your baby's doing okay. But it also can be used for other things like lumps and things internally. All I asked her, because you're not gonna be like, does it look bad? What does it look like to you? Because I have there's a lump in my body. I think the worst, as we can probably imagine. At that time, I was honestly, I don't want to say like regretting my BBL, because I don't really have regrets in my life, but I was like, really, did I really potentially like give myself a complication for looks? I was honestly thinking that, and I will admit that. I was like, cool, did I just like fuck up my body because I wanted to look a certain way? So I just had a lot of emotions, and then I was thinking like, this could have happened if I didn't even have surgery, and I was just there, anything could happen without surgery, it could happen with surgery. So I had a lot of thoughts going on in my head, and I just didn't know what was happening. So then I got the call from my doctor saying that she got the imaging back, and this was the call.
Looks like a seroma. So seromas are fairly common after you've had surgical procedures. They're basically just like an inflammatory fluid that kind of comes in the course of healing.
Okay.
So it's probably just related to getting that fat injection done.
Right.
So it doesn't look sinister in any way. Like it doesn't look like a cancer or anything bad.
Okay,
so my feeling would be we simply follow it. You know, maybe I see you back in a month or so, and as long as it's getting smaller, I don't think we need to re-image.
Okay.
But if it's not going away, then we would do another set of images.
Okay, no, that sounds good. That's probably the best case scenario.
Yeah, exactly. I can appreciate your concern. Okay, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yay! I am very happy. So basically, she said that she can see right away that it's a seroma. And I was like, what? Like, to me, I'm like, I've never heard that. Like, what's a seroma? So I'm gonna read you guys the definition on Google, and it says a seroma is a pocket of clear serous fluid that sometimes develops in the body after surgery. This fluid is composed of blood plasma that has seeped out of ruptured small blood vessels and inflammatory fluid, my cat is eating something, produced by the injured and dying cells. So that would perfectly explain what I had, because during a BBL, you have to get your fat cells to survive and attach onto blood vessels. So like I said, when you first get a BBL, your butt's huge because of swelling and the maximum amount of fat is in there, but not all of that fat will survive. They usually say about 50 to 60% of your fat will survive, but you could have like 10% of your fat survive. That's why you can't sit down on your butt after, because you'll suffocate all those fat cells and they'll just die. So that would make sense, and it's common after surgery. So basically, in a nutshell, this seroma is a pocket of fluid. So it is not dangerous to my health at all, which I was like, thank goodness. So basically, she told me to apply a hot compress on my butt, and just like, you know, it's like a heat wrap almost, or like a heating pad, a hot water bottle. Every night or a couple times a week, just apply this pressure on there and just, you know, massage the area just to get that going. A lot of them go away on their own. They'll just dissipate. Some of them will. Some of them will not go away on their own, and you'll have to get them drained or removed. So basically right now, I would say before, the lump was honestly this big. Like it was this big and like hard, and you could really feel it. Now, I'd say my lump is that big. So it is still there, but because I've been doing what my doctor said and not stressing out and just like, okay, like it's there, so just like keep doing the doctor's orders, I might, if it stays there, have to get it drained. The only time I was a little self-conscious about it was during sex, when somebody was grabbing my butt, I'd be like, cool, because I know like especially when you grab my butt, you can feel it. So I was like, cool, they're gonna feel like a lump, like that's fun. So that's when I was like, it kind of just made me not feel sexy, you know, because I have this thing in me, and then all these things come back. Like at the time, because I didn't know what it was, I was like, cool, what is it? And now they're feeling it and squishing it, and are they feeling some kind of way? And like, I don't know, it just really, and I was like, cool, did I ruin my own body for looks? Like, I just had a lot of emotions. But basically now it is very, very small. It is still there, but I've just like accepted that it is something I did to my body. It was from surgery, and I just have to fix it. Just do the proper things to get it done. And if in the future, if it's still there and if it's bothering me, and if my doctor thinks we should drain it or remove it, then I will do that. But that's basically where we're at right now. Do seromas go away on their own? The seroma may go away on its own within a few weeks or months. Your body slowly absorbs the fluid. No medicine will make it go away faster, but if you have a large seroma or if it's causing pain, your healthcare provider may drain. And then the other one I'm gonna read is a seroma dangerous? They occur after surgery or after an injury. So in my case, it was surgery. In most cases, seromas are harmless and are allowed to heal naturally. They are not related to cancer and pose no increased risk or concern. However, they can cause discomfort and lead to a longer hospital stay after surgery. So I did not have discomfort, like I said, only when I was on something really hard, like in a waiting room chair, something really hard. I would just kind of have to like shift a little because I could like feel it. There was almost like a little butt implant. Now I can sit normally, even in the bath. I don't even notice it at all because it has shrunk so much. As soon as I knew something was wrong, I was like, I have to tell my followers. I want to be able to document this and do a journey step by step, because like I've documented all the good and healing and bad and all this, so I just want to do it all. Hope you guys appreciate that. So much better. I would thank goodness I wasn't in pain. If any of you guys are struggling with an illness that, let's just say you didn't even pay for it or you didn't want it, and you're just every day struggling with an illness, my heart goes out to you. Like, I just had these weird emotions going through that. Like, cool, there's actually people dying and going through so much, and I'm like literally choosing to do this to myself. So there was a lot of ups and downs in that, and I think this experience, I know it is just like, some of you guys might be like, oh my god, it was literally like a ball of fluid, like calm down, but it just made me really empathize, or try to empathize with people dealing with, you know, everyday struggles of illnesses. I love you guys, and you guys are all beautiful. If you have a small butt, huge butt, no butt, scratched up butt, I don't know, bruised butt, seroma butt, I don't know, but I love you guys all, and you guys are all special and worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Bye guys.